What's going on with it, family? Giving everybody a chance to get notified real fast. Beautiful day. Sister Pat put out a video. We'll play it in a little bit. Talking about the BRICS putting embargoes on America and Israel. False, fake Israel. But, we're getting a couple days now from our new year. You think this is all a coincidence that these types of things have never happened before? These types of things have never happened before. Now you're seeing events, like we said, this is a wrap. It's a wrap for you guys and a wrap for the system that you've set up, the wrap for the system that you seem to think is the truth. The Most High let you see it, let you hear about it spiritually. You thought you could just ignore us, ignore what the Most High has been bringing out, and you thought that you would never, that we're just crazy. You just thought that we were crazy, and you thought that white Jesus is going to save you. There is no such thing as white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Let me shut this right now. There is no white Jesus coming to save you. All of the things that you have done, right, is now you're going to have to pay for it. We tried to tell you, so there is a testimony against every single man, woman, and child. But were you really about the truth? Were you really about equal opportunity? If you weren't really about that, then it's going to show. Because the Most High, there's truth coming out from so many different areas. So many different areas. So it's like you're getting exposed to it, but your heart is being exposed as well. Your heart has been exposed. You go to church. I'm like, all you Christians are so hypocritical. You're such a bunch of hypocrites. You go to church and you talk about love and how, God loves everybody and we're all equal and everything else. But you don't put that, you don't actually execute any of that. Your churches have been proven to not be about the truth. You know what I'm saying? They said your churches they say one thing, right? They say one thing. They say God loves everybody. They say everyone's equal. But do you actually practice any of that? Do you or your churches practice any of that? Because as soon as you walk out of that church and you see a black person, you be like, yeah, they're beneath me. They're under me. I said, well, I thought you just said that everybody was equal. I thought you just said that God loves everybody. I thought you said John 3:16. I thought you said Galatians 3:28. You guys have been saying all these things, but you don't practice it. And see, that's how the Most High has a testimony against everyone. You get all these people. Hey, great seeing everyone. Thank you. You know what? Real quick. Thank you to my moderators. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for everyone that is here. We appreciate you so much. Shalom, family. Great seeing everyone. So you guys go to church every Sunday. Or you CEOs, you Christmas, Easter only. You're going to go to church on Easter. You're going to drop a fat check because you haven't been there. You haven't been there all year, right? And then you're going to go to church. And then you're going to come right back out here and be racist against our people. You're gonna say, God loves everybody. We're all equal. Hey, brother, whatever else. But as soon as I turn my back, you are going to be talking major mess about us. Talking about how we're at the bottom, how we're beneath you, how we're this, how we're that, and everything else. I said, you have testimonies all against you now. You guys have testimonies all against every single person now. So it's amazing to see because society's been like that. Society, all of a sudden now, it's amazing how you watch TV shows and we watched the Super Bowl and they had that Jesus commercial about, all these people needing to love each other and wash each other's feet and everything else. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But you guys don't believe in that. So you guys don't believe in that. You guys don't believe in taking care of each other. Well, you do believe in taking care of each other, but not everyone. See, the Most High has made it so that you would hate the Most High's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? You guys have a society that makes it like you love each other to a point, but you hate the Most High's chosen people, just like He said it. You guys would, just like the video I just did last night. Most High, man, I'm telling you, the Most High is just, the Spirit is just, it's bringing out so much information. I just opened up that book. I'd read it a long time ago. That verse from Second Baruch. I love Second Baruch, but just opened my book to that page, started reading. I'm like, that's it right there. Thank you, Most High. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you to my mother. Appreciate you. Thank you again. I mean, we're doing this work now. We're not doing it for you other nations. Okay, I'm doing this now for the Most High. Doing it for my mother. I'm doing it for my ancestors that never had justice. You know what I'm saying? You never gave my ancestors justice. You've been destroying my people and hiding their history. Destroying my people, hiding their history. I don't do anything, I just do everything the Most High tells me to do, what He instructs me to do, where the Spirit leads me. And I'm doing it for my ancestors who never got justice, who still haven't gotten justice. You guys don't give justice to anyone but your own people. That's why you're still trying to send money. I mean, the Most High is putting it right there to you. You know what I'm saying? Most High is putting it right there to you. You guys don't care about anyone but yourselves. You hide our history. You give us a fake history. And then now, when you read that second Baruch from last night, if you haven't watched it, go check out that video. I said, it showed you how they've taken parts of our history and distributed it between each other. They've taken parts of their history and they've, gotten rid of it and, erased it and then put our history in there. And once they did that, that was the consummation of time. That was the absolute consummation of time, because now, and I've been saying this even before I even read that again. I said, no one knows who the hell they are. You got the 12 tribes chart, but you got people living in all these different lands that aren't from those lands. So how in the hell can you sit there and say that you know who this person is or who that person is or any of that? There's no way to know that. And the Gentiles are guilty of screwing absolutely everything up. There's no way. So that's why everybody's like, oh, all Mexicans are this and all black people or Negroes are this and all Africans are this. I'm like, dude, everyone is so mixed up. Everyone has all these histories that are not theirs. But that's the thing. People want to act as if they know who's who. I said those verses show you there's no way you can know who's who. You can't look at them by whatever ethnicity they're calling themselves. All you can do is know by their spirit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'll share the information with whoever the Most High leads me to share it with, but their reaction is going to tell me who they're dealing with. Their reaction is going to show you who they are dealing with. If they're not dealing with the Most High, they're not going to be able to get this, no matter what. The thing is, some people will, oh yeah, man, what you're saying it sounds great, sounds really good, but then they won't change. Yeah, man, that sounds really good, that sounds really interesting, but then they won't study. So like I said, if it's really for you, you will already be getting downloads from the Spirit before you even cross our paths. We will be used to make connections with things that the Spirit has already been bringing you. But if the Most High hasn't been bringing you anything, then there's nothing really to connect it to. The here little, there little is not just in books. It's also in this matrix. It's also in the spirit realm. Spirit realm has already given us downloads and given us information and given us understanding before we even cross paths. So we're being used to just make connections, connect the dots many times. Great seeing so many people already here. I was listening to Sister Pat yesterday. It was funny what she was saying. Like it seems like it's like the same people all the time that are in on the chats and on the lives. But we know that there's way more people than what they show. I said they manipulate so much stuff right now. That's all that they can do. All they can do is manipulate everything. I think there's no way it is possible that the videos get exactly the same amount of people every time. There's no way that that's even possible. But that same thing happens with my videos. The same amount of people the first hour, same number the second hour. And it gets to about 6 or 7, 8 hours, and then it just slows down. If I put up another video, the other video almost never moves, as if no one ever looks at anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that just shows you how deep the manipulation goes. Like my subscribers have stopped moving for years. I've been like in the 60,000s for years, but that's okay. It doesn't even matter. You know, the people that need to hear this truth are hearing this truth. You know what I'm saying? I said the people that need to hear this truth are the ones that are hearing this truth right now. Because I don't need to go into sealed portion. I got plenty of other books to read. But thanks though. There's another dude who's in the sealed portion all the time, right? You can go listen to his channel. You know what I'm saying? I read plenty of other books. Right? People getting your stuff, getting stuff, deleted, comments deleted, everything. You know what I'm saying? But it's just funny. Because let me see here. Because we got other people who get into other books, maybe a couple other books, and then they just stay there and that's it. I said the Most High is in all of these books. He's in all of these historical events. As you can tell, if you're only stuck with reading 2 or 3 books, you miss so much information. You miss so much other stuff. You know what I'm saying? And we've been in other books for years. So, we've been reading other books. But see, just like the Bible, you can read these books again and again and again. But then all of a sudden later on, the Spirit will come and make those connections for you. You know what I'm saying? The Spirit will come and make those connections for you. And I encourage people to always study. I said I encourage people to study, whatever the Most High leads them to. So yeah, I'm just checking out some of the comments here. It's great seeing everyone. It's a beautiful day out here in Cali. So we've been absolutely blessed, and that's video that I'm going to play that Sister Pat put up a couple hours ago is huge, because like I said, if now the BRICS nations are putting embargoes on America, right, and they're and Israel, like their financial situation, their financial situation is already so bad here that now, like I said, that's just a sign that we've been saying that it's a wrap, that they are done. You know what I'm saying? And we'll play in a little bit. It's like a quick little minute clip, but it's like the guy said, this is something that's never happened before. See, they've always been the ones on top. You know what I'm saying? Said they have always been dictating everything to everyone else. But see, what these BRICS people don't realize is, look, hey, you guys are just being used to take down this Babylonian system. But trust me, you ain't going to be raising up either. You're not going to be rising up and taking over. Like I said, you're not going to be keeping Israel down anymore. None of that is going to happen anymore. So in that video from last night with Second Baruch, it's like it tells you about them getting a sword, using that sword in all 4 parts of the world, right? You're going to see all of that. That stuff has already happened. And like I said, it's amazing to see how they have worked so hard to make you think that all of these events were going to happen in the future. And these people are so blind that go to these churches. It's like you can't see the fact that, I don't know, your churches have established themselves in a wicked manner. You cannot establish your churches wickedly and then think that you are the people of the book, or that the Most High is dealing with you. The Most High is not dealing with you like that. So that's not how this works. But you got all these people that refuse to read, refuse to look at the history of their churches. And I'm like, how can you believe in your church when you're scared to look at their history? How can you believe in, whatever, I don't care what religious organization you're part of, they won't talk about history. They won't talk about how they got the lands that they are on. They won't talk about that. I got all these people. There's a great point. I meant to make a video about this, but I haven't had a chance to. But I'm just going to talk about it right now, just to show you about how wicked this system is. Okay, I'm out in Corona, which is like the Inland Empire, but down in Orange County, if you go down to like the beach, there's places like Newport Beach, Corona del Mar, places like that. I got a few of those places already claimed. I said, because when this switch happens, I said, those are mine. Quite a few of them, you know. But back to the story. If you look at Zillow, it's an app where you can look at, like, if you want to buy homes and stuff like that. You can kind of get like the tax history, like how much property taxes these people have been buying or paying, right? So this house came up for sale, and they were asking for $74 million. This house was in it's in Newport Beach, and they put it up for sale for $74 million this year. Okay, so I go back to take a look at the taxes. Like, what kind of taxes are these people paying? Well, in 2000, they were paying as if the house was valued at $600,000. And all up until 2023, these people were paying taxes on the house was valued at $800,000. Now I'm like, hold on. You guys are making these people pay taxes on a house that they're putting up for sale for $74 million, and they're paying taxes based on the fact that it was appraised, or that this value was only $800,000. Now, these people should have been paying tens of thousands of dollars a month in taxes, but they set up a system where they pay very little taxes. You know, the house is already paid off because they got a chance to buy it when we weren't allowed to buy any of these things, and we weren't allowed, you know, so I'm sure these houses have been passed down from generation to generation. But then I started looking at other houses, and it was exactly the same thing, paying almost no taxes whatsoever, right? And then you go to these other areas where if you're a young person and you're trying to buy a house, say, you know, even if you're middle-aged and you're trying to buy a house, whatever, if you come out our way, there are certain areas where you're paying 2% tax rates, okay? 2% tax rates. So if you buy a house now, I mean, houses now for $1 million are like a dime a dozen out here now. $1 million for a fixer-upper, all over the place. But if you got a 2% tax rate, you're going to pay $20,000 a year in taxes. These people, and that's on $1 million house. These people, their houses, they put up for sale for $70+ million, and they're paying like $14,000-$15,000 a year, if that, in taxes. How is that even fair? How can you even like think of these kinds of things in your mind? You know what I'm saying? So what's happening is that all these people that are buying houses now, they have been paying for the taxes for these other rich people. Again, it's like a way of welfare. Like, they barely pay any taxes. They barely pay any property taxes. Everything is set up for them to just pass the houses down from generation to generation. Houses, I'm sure, is free and clear. That's why they have all this money. This is how they can go on trips. This is how their wives can stay home. This is how they can have all the nicest cars. Because not only that, then they get the best rates for everything. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, it just shows you like how evil this place has been. And yeah, look at Zillow. Check it out. You can just go to these places. But the thing is that they only go back like to maybe like 2000. They only go to like certain years. If you went back even further, you'd be even more pissed. Because I'm like, hold on, why the hell am I paying so much in taxes? And these people who live in this house, in this area, aren't paying shit, aren't paying anything. Like, this is like that video I did a couple days ago. It's way worse than we thought. That's exactly it. Like, this kind of information comes out, and it's like, so yeah, check it out. It's called Zillow. Look at Trillia for your mansion, right? I like looking at Zillow, looking at, just doing a little research, because it's like, dude, we're going to pay how much in taxes? And these people are paying how much? They've been paying how much? So you used to think like, hey, before when I got into this truth, I just thought, hey, man, they were just really good business people. They just make really good business decisions. But then you realize that they have they've rigged this whole system this whole time. And we were so busy just trying to make it that we didn't even have time to look at this stuff. Or it wasn't time for us to get this information now. You know what I'm saying? Or I was checking you out. I am. Yeah, exactly. It's just, it's absolutely horrible. And these people sit here and smile on your face. They go to church on Sunday and talk about how godly they are. They go to church and they acted Redfin, truly. Thank you, Miss Abby. You put it all out there. It's a rigged system for them. Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, you start to like, hold on, man. It can't be this bad. Oh, yeah, it's that bad. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it can't be. Oh, yeah, it's that bad. And I was going to do a video because I started taking snapshots because I was just like, you are seriously putting this house up for, it was like end of 2023, they paid as if the house was assessed at $800,000. January 2024, they put it up for sale for $74 million. How in the hell are you guys doing that? Right? They have work, Yeah, their house of cards is crumbling, and this is why I always been telling people, how much longer do you think this can continue? It can't continue because now it's like everybody be looking at these people. I'm looking at these people sideways now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, man. Don't you can't tell me anything. I said, because you guys, and the thing is that they know. They've known. This is what, like, when we came into the truth, we thought, a lot of people were like, oh, they just don't know. They know. You don't think these people know? Because I used to remember when I was at work and people would, like, parents would pass away and they'd be like, well, yeah, I inherited this house and I inherited this and, and I'm not going to work anymore and it's just like, I said, I don't have any inheritance coming to me like that. Why in the hell, how in the hell does this work out? You know what I'm saying? How in the hell is this working out? People like, I said, a lot of women, a lot of wives never worked, and complain about, what they got to do at home. Like, what? What? Like, I don't get it. Like, my wife, hey, man, my wife's been going through the curses right along with me. She hasn't been getting, she's been having to work full time, take care of home, take care of stuff at the house, cook, clean, take care of children. She didn't get any of the perks, and whatever else. And say a lot of our people, they don't want to go through that. They wanted to go, I'm gonna go find myself, I'm gonna go find myself another dude who's well to do in society, who can take care of me so I can stay home, so I don't have to work and whatever else. And it's like, I said, they're trying to escape these curses, but you might get a reprieve for a short time, but everyone's gonna have to pay. There are no free lunches here. So you guys have lived lavishly. You had these beautiful homes. You got to stay home. You got to go on great vacations. You got to do all these things. But just know that even our own people that made those decisions, you're going to have to pay too. And that's why we got so many people that come on the comment board trying to run their mouths. Oh, I'm black, just like you. And I don't believe. I'm like, dude, I don't care. You can believe whatever the hell you want to believe. All you're doing is regurgitating Christianity. All you're doing is regurgitating the tenets of Constantine Christianity. I said, as soon as you start talking to me about that history of your churches and of your society, and you start looking at all these different things, there's no way to fix this. You know what I'm saying? I said, there's no way to fix this. This is why, like, people always say, oh, you're not a Hebrew. I said, you're not, this preachers aren't Hebrews. Man, hey, man, I don't know. All I do know is that the curses find who they're supposed to find. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at that person. They don't look like us, so they're not our people. Hey, man, I don't know. But all I know is that these curses find who they're supposed to find. That's it. Curses find, and then you can see the switch going on right now. You can see these people are mentally, destroyed. They don't want to have a conversation about this truth. They don't want to have a conversation about the scriptures because they can't, because the Most High is not dealing with them. So if just the Most High is not dealing with them, they can't get understanding. They haven't gone through what we've gone through. I was having a whole lot of health issues, and like my wife would always say, you never complained about anything, no matter how bad it got or whatever else. You never complained. I said, because I knew that it was a test, and ultimately the Most High is in charge of absolutely everything. So I have to go through my test just like everyone else. The curses find me because they're going to find all of us. You can't sit here and say you're an Israelite or a Hebrew and never gone through any of the other curses. You can't sit there and say that you fit Deuteronomy 28 when you've never gone through the curses of Deuteronomy 28. So that's just something that we have to deal with. That's just something that we've had to deal with, and I would not change our position with anyone. You know what I'm saying? I would not change our position today for anyone. Would you change your position with anyone right now? If someone offered you $100 million today, would you say, oh, you know what, but you have to give up the blessings of the Most High? Would you do that? Hell no. Right? Hell no. So I look at that. I was talking to my son Isaiah about that last night. We were studying, and after we studied, it was like, because we were talking about people calling other people the N-word, and the negative connotation of that. People love to. These are the same people that be going to church, but then as soon as they have the opportunity to call someone the N-word, they can't hold themselves back, right? You know what I'm saying? They just can't wait to say that, to try to make it seem as if you're at the bottom, and because it's like, no matter how pitiful their lives are. Toni Morrison was talking about. I was looking at a video of Toni Morrison, I think it was her name, and she's like, that's what society's done. No matter how pitiful their lives might be, if they see a black person, they instantly feel a little bit better because they think that they're better than us, right? I said, but that is all part of the plan, right? That's been part of the plan this whole time, for them to make them feel as if they are somehow better than us, and that's all part of prophecy. So it's like, it's not even worth getting upset about, because that's what the Most High wanted us to go through. We have a testimony too, just like you guys have a testimony. So do we. You know what I'm saying? You have a testimony, but so do we. And they always love to use the N-word, call us the N-word, but it's funny because it's been revealed that you guys are the basest of men. You guys have absolutely no understanding, right? And you don't seek any understanding at that, right? So as long as we were asleep and you were allowed to live your dream, I said everything worked out just fine. But that is not the case anymore. Now you're being exposed as being the real ends of the world, and it's like they try to make, they're trying to make it seem as if, hold on quick. They're trying to make it seem as if, things are going to get better. They're still trying to act like as if we are the basis of men. And there's absolutely no proof of it whatsoever, So, they can feel, and I said, I can care less what you call me. I said, because the truth of the matter is here. The truth of who's who is actually really here now, and the lies have been exposed. Right? And all they can do now is pretty much fake things, fake events, and things like that. But we're coming to our new year now in a couple of days. So get ready for huge events like what Sister Pat just put up. Wow, this has never happened before. Yep. You're going to hear a lot of that. This has never happened before. Because, see, America hasn't been touched. This Babylonian system here in America hasn't been touched. Most High saved it for last, right? So now you can call us whatever you want to call us, but see, it is evident that we are, superior is not even a big enough word in our understanding compared to you guys. The superiority of the Spirit and the things that she's given us, I said, you can't even compare, because you guys just suck. Your breakdown of the Bible sucks. Your breakdown of history, sucks. Who you've elevated to be the Most High's chosen people. If these are the Most High's chosen people, shouldn't they be, helping you guys get some understanding here at this point? Shouldn't you guys be getting some type of understanding from these people? You've given them enough money. Shouldn't they be helping you guys get some understanding right now? But see, they're not helping you with absolutely anything, because they are not the people. You know what I'm saying? It says they're not the people. You have tried to put us at the bottom and think somehow that was going to raise you up, and that's not going to work. It's very evident that you have no understanding, and it's the end of your reign. So now what are you going to do? I'm going to get this video real quick that Sister Pat put up. Said it's only a minute, but it's a great little clip here. It's she just put it up about an hour. Well, it's probably a couple hours now on her channel, Spiritual Light Passing Through. And she's like, "What did I tell you?" So it's this one right here. I'm gonna play it real quick so you guys can hear it. It's just a minute, but what are the odds? See, like in 2019 is when the virus started. By March of 2020, that was when everything got shut down. Our new year. Now we are moving to our new year here, right before the eclipse on April 8th. So you're going to see a lot of events like this. So let me play this one real quick.
Hi guys, I'm here in Dubai right now, and something massive has just happened. The BRICS countries, of which Dubai, which is part of the United Arab Emirates, the BRICS countries have actually put embargoes on the United States of America and Israel. Significant embargoes. And they've literally turned the whole tables, because America have always shown their power because of their control of the Federal Reserve for so long that they've just simply stopped trading with certain countries and crippled them in history. Well, the power of the dollar's disappeared, it's evaporated, and the power of BRICS, well, they've taken control. Crippled them in history. Well, the power of the dollar's disappeared, it's evaporated, and the power of BRICS, well, they've taken control. And now what they're doing, they're literally putting the squeeze on. This has never happened before in history. America and Israel.
Never happened before.
They're literally putting the squeeze on. This has never happened before in history. America and Israel are being literally put to the sword by the BRICS countries. And if you're not awake now, then you never will be.
So, but it was funny. It's like, okay, well, hold on. And I said, because people were like, oh, well, the BRICS. And then I'm like, you guys, it was Psalms 83. It's all of you. All of you have been confederate against Israel. So see, even still, you're going to give little tastes of the truth, little tiny morsels of truth. Oh, America's done this to the people. You know, America has done this to the so-called black people. It's been all of you. All of you is, and that's what in the video last night, all of you had your opportunity to run the world. And all of you have been confederate with, you know, stomping out the name of Israel to the world, right? So, yeah, you're going to be used to help take down part of this system, but you are the system as well. You are not getting away with this either. You're not going to make a new dollar and a new system and think that you're going to get away with it either, because you're not. Psalms 83 didn't say, well, it's just one small group. It's everyone. That's why I said everyone got a little piece of this, a little piece of that. That's why we also showed you how China's history has been manipulated, has been made up. You got all these other people that call themselves the Hindus. You got all these people that call themselves, you know, all these different things. But they're not the people from ancient times. You got people in Russia. You trying to tell me that those are the Russians from ancient times? You trying to tell me those are Ukrainians from ancient times? That's what you guys are trying to say. Moab. You trying to say those are all the people from ancient times? You know, all you guys are doing is just copying. So, and you're trying to manipulate and make your events seem as if they're somehow fulfilling prophecy. But we all know that that's not the case. They've all had their hands in the cookie jar. Exactly. Right? So now they're trying to like give us a little bit of truth from one group to another. You know? Hold on real quick. But like I said, it's not going to work because, like I said, they're all in it together. You know what I'm saying? They're all in it together. So they're all going to take this destruction together. They might not all take it at the same time, but they are all going to take it. Hold on. Check it out, some of these. couple of these videos I wanted to show or share with you guys. The crescent moon facing down on the solar eclipse. I want to show you guys a little bit of this. You guys were shared with me.
Why is the crescent moon upside down? What's really happening? The reason why the moon is changing, life is getting real weird. Why is the crescent moon upside down? What's really happening? The reason why the moon is changing its phases is because something major is about to change in the world. Once you understand how the celestial bodies work in the heavens, you will be able to predict the future. Even our ancestors used the stars for certain directions in life. No one follows the North Star no more, so we all are lost. The reason why the crescent moon is pointing down is because the matrix is about to fall down. All this is connected to the solar eclipse that's going to happen in April. We really are about to go through 3 days of darkness. The 3 days of darkness is nothing new. Our ancestors went through the same journey, but they followed the North Star to the brightest light, so they was never lost. Don't forget that the moon is really Pac-Man. Pac-Man go around.
So hold on real fast, people. Hold on real quick. My phone is dying over here. Like I said, there's all these celestial events that are just proven, the times that we are in. And it's just amazing to watch. I love this. I'm going to play this one for you guys. It's hilarious because, they're talking about, I'm just going to show it to you guys, how the people don't want to hear history. They do not want to hear us actually starting breaking things down for them. This one was hilarious.
The Israelites aren't black, and neither is Jesus. I hate...
Let me ask you something. Out of Ham, Shem, and Japheth, do you think black people come from Ham?
Well, obviously. Ham is the progenitor of Sudan, Ethiopia, and Libya, duh?
Right. So a dark-skinned people. Black, right?
Yeah, what's your point?
You forgot to mention Mizraim, a.k.a. Egypt, was also a descendant from Ham.
So what?
So, you just said that Ham is the progenitor of dark-skinned people, meaning Egypt was originally black.
No, they're not. Shut
So
up.
now that we both agree ancient
I don't
Egypt
agree.
of Kemet is a black civilization.
No.
You know the story of Joseph and his 11 brothers, right?
Sure, so what?
So why wasn't Joseph, being an Israelite ruler in a land full of Egyptians, instantly recognized by his 11 brothers? Because he was black, like the rest of the Egyptians.
No.
Another example. Do you know the story of Moses?
Yes?
So you know that Pharaoh was killing all the Hebrew babies, but yet somehow he couldn't recognize the Hebrew baby Moses that his own daughter presented in front of him?
Well, that's because
Because the Hebrew baby was black.
No.
Moses was black, just
No.
like Pharaoh's daughter,
No.
just like Pharaoh.
That's a lie. They're not
Another
black.
example, in Acts 21:37-38, Paul is mistaken for an Egyptian, but yet he is an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin, as confessed by himself in Philippians 3:5.
No,
so
no,
yet
no.
again, how is a
No.
Hebrew Israelite getting mistaken for an Egyptian?
I love that. No. I'm telling you, man, TikTok is hilarious. No. I don't agree. And that's what I see these people are like now. Like, we can think for ourselves now. We can come up with our own information, our own understanding, and all you're hearing from them is no. Don't read that book. Don't look at this. Don't look at that. I mean, that's what I hear now from them. They don't explain anything. They don't break anything down. They just say no. No. That's not it. That's not true. But it's not going to matter anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what you guys say doesn't matter. No one's even listening to you anymore. The only people that are listening to you, looks like we just stopped moving again. Everything just froze on me over here. Hold on. Hopefully this will, okay. So I got caught up here. Were you guys able to see that last video? Okay, good. It is hilarious because just you gotta laugh. Like, really, at this point, like, dude, you guys have absolutely nothing. You have nothing. and to sit there and listen to the guy, well, yeah, that's how we've been doing it. Breaking things down for you, matter of fact, trying to just show you things. And no, that's not true. No. And it's like, so is that all you guys have now? It's just no, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like but we're done with that. We're going to keep bringing information out, but it's not all for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not for you. I said, it's just another testimony at this point. It's just a testimony. I said, and it's only going to get worse going forward. It is only going to get worse for all of you going forward, because now it's not just going to be mental and physical anguish. Trust me, it's going to be physical as well. The Most High is going to bring the pain. This is exactly what he told you he was going to do. We can't even take you guys serious because you don't want to have a dialogue back and forth where we can present our facts and you can present yours, because you don't present any facts. That's why you're stuck in only 66 books. Some guy made a comment, and Brother Sly's been, doing work in the comment board, and I appreciate you. When people come in, and you can just tell there's like a lot of trolls and accounts that have, just barely been created or been created and never really done much of anything, trying to come in like always. Let's put a black face on it and then make it seem like, oh, I've never heard, that there's a female Holy Spirit, and there's no precept upon that. There's no precept that says. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I said, I've shown many scriptures from many books and the Bible that actually tell you that wisdom is like a female, has female characteristics. And it's like, but they just say things and like, well, there's no precept. And I'm like, bro, if you're still stuck in 66 books, more power to you. Go to the camps, go listen to their videos, and go do that. Really simple. No one is trying to make you listen to anything here. You know what I'm saying? If you're still stuck only reading the books that, I don't want to hear you talk mess about Esau. I don't want to hear you talk about banging on Esau, doing this about Esau this, Esau that, the white man this, the white man that. But then you sit there and only listen to what he says. You only go off of what he's approved. You see what I'm saying? Like if that's where you're at, then I don't want to hear you talking all hard, trying to act like, you're so tough when you just fall right in line with the churches. You see what I'm saying? I said, if you can't do that, you're not even like trying to read other books. I said, I'm not wasting my time. I had Gentiles I used to talk to, and I said, have you looked at the Apocrypha? Well, I'm praying about it. I'm praying to see where the Spirit leads me, if I should read that or not. They go pray over there and don't come over here wasting my time. So we can't even have a conversation because the information that we have over here is way up here, and where you're stuck is way down here. And that is what they have been wanting to do. This is why now you might understand why the churches did not want you to read the Bible. They're like, no, you don't need to read the Bible. We'll read it and we'll tell you. Because people might start making a connection between the Bible and their history. If people knew the Bible really well, then they would realize that a lot of the historical stuff that they have been pushing comes directly out of the Bible. And that is huge. Like I said, you don't hear anyone trying to disprove this information that we're bringing from the medieval empire of the Israelites. They just stay quiet. Now, and that book was $1,000, if you can find it, a couple $1,000, because there's not very many of them. But it was waiting for us. Shalom, Sister Pat, great seeing you. It was all these books and things were hidden for a time like this. And they're brought out and brought back to us in order for us to bring this information out. But it's just a confirmation of what the Most High has already shown us in the spirit world. We've already been shown, like when you sleep at night, like during the day, that is a time for your flesh. But when you sleep at night, that is like the daytime for your spirit. And your spirit goes into other dimensions and other realms and gets knowledge and gets understanding. So when you wake up and you get like a thought, that's like your spirit bringing you information and understanding, to your consciousness. You see what I'm saying? So it's like when you sleep, that's a daytime for your spirit. And then your spirit is out there getting downloads and getting information. Sister Pat, we shared your video. I'm not sure if you heard it. I wanted to share it again because I think it's that important. I'm going to play it again. The one that you just posted about what you told us and how the BRICS is doing work. And like I said, they're going to be used to bring down this society, but ultimately they're going to pay as well. He said it's all controlled, you know, and they're only giving, like, again, partial truths. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to play it again. It's only like a minute, and I think it was that important.
Hi guys, I'm here in Dubai right now, and something massive has just happened. The BRICS countries, of which Dubai, which is part of the United Arab Emirates, the BRICS countries have actually put embargoes on the United States of America and Israel. Significant embargoes. And they've literally turned the whole tables, because America have always shown their power because of their control of the Federal Reserve for so long that they've just simply stopped trading with certain countries and crippled them in history. Well, the power of the dollar's disappeared, it's evaporated, and the power of BRICS, well, they've taken control. And now what they're doing, they're literally putting the squeeze on. This has never happened before in history. America and Israel are being literally put to the sword by the BRICS countries. And if you're not awake now, then you never will be.
Place where other people.
So it's a beautiful time. A beautiful time. Thank you again for the moderators taking care of this chat. I know they've been sending a bunch of trolls. We know, except what else do they got? What else do they have? You know, they got absolutely nothing. Just confirmation. And it's confirmation for our people and the Gentiles that have been cleaving, you know, to us. The switch is here. We are going to be raised up. Our fruits are going to be evident for everyone else. And the lack of fruits for the other people are going to be evident as well. Trolls are definitely confirmation, right? Remember forever, they didn't care. They just ignored our, you know, or when the other, like, constant Christians want to talk about the Hebrew Israelites, we get, you know, demoted to being the black Hebrew Israelites. And then they only want to talk about the camps and how, because they only want to talk about 66 books or 80 books, whatever books that they have approved. So therefore, those are the only ones they want to talk about, right? But like I said, because they got to set up someone that they can attack. Oh, they're racist. Look at them. They're yelling. They're screaming. They're being so aggressive and they're cussing. Oh, don't listen to them. So they want to pick and choose and set up the groups that they want to set up, right? They're so hateful and da-da-da. That's okay, but you never want to talk about the actual information. That's something that they're all confederate with not talking about. But the information is now a testimony against you. So you're going to have to deal with the information. So what you do with it is going to be up to you, but it's here and there's nothing that's going to be able to change what's going on. The good old days of 2019 and before are never coming back. Us caring about what you believe and what you think, never coming back. The people just bowing down to America and ish, never coming back. You know what I'm saying? Never coming back. So the new normal, this isn't even the new normal because it's going to get worse. See, before the Most High sent fishers. The fishers have been here bringing information, but not even just for you, but for the people who have been awakened, who the Most High has been putting, you know, thoughts in their heads. And then this information confirms it. Then he's going to send hunters. And then that's going to be it. And that's what's going on. There's not going to be any rapture, not going to be any third world war where, you know, yeah, you might fight, but you're going to be fighting because the Most High makes you. But you ain't going to be fighting and thinking you're going to be taking over and taking down the Most High. I said, it's a wrap. It is over. The sooner you understand that, the better, you know? I said, because then maybe you have an opportunity to try to, hold on real quick.
Church family.
You might have an opportunity to get some mercy from the Most High. But the vast majority of you guys don't want that mercy. You want that work. And that's exactly what the Most High is going to give you. It's going to give you all the work that you've been wanting okay? Because you haven't been listening to us. You have not listened to us. We've been trying to bring you understanding and whatever else. You know, you still go to church and you still listen to, you know, these pastors talking about Cesare Borgia coming to save you. I mean, it should tell you something, man. Like, look, we just showed you about how these other nations have taken our books, our stories, and faked them to make a fake history for you. That should, I mean, I would think that would kind of give me a little pause as to what these pastors are telling you and what these politicians have been telling you. You know what I'm saying? I think that would kind of give me some pause, like, what, hold on, if they're going to lie about this and just copy stories straight out of the Bible, you know, and say that that's their history, that should make you kind of think that maybe you've been lied to about quite a few things, you know. And no one's even saying like to go out and get all this information. All you do is go do Google searches and look the information up and see and try to confirm it yourself. Most people don't want to do that. Like I said, they'll Google search random stuff, how to cook this, how to cook that, the latest dance phase or whatever else. They'll do all that. But as far as actually using technology to actually learn something, that's something that these people refuse to do, right? But that's okay. Like I said, if that's just what the Most High's put in your heart, and so be it. Enjoy whatever time you have left. I said, but it's about time for huge changes. Huge changes are in the works right now, and things are only going to get worse for everyone that has not been down with the Most High or his people. Great seeing everyone. Be on the lookout for some more videos later on. Shalom.